Hi, Mike's Carburetor Parts here. We seem to have a lot of trouble with folks identifying their carburetor, so I'd like to go through this one with you, and hopefully this will help you figure out which carburetor you have. And the goal here is to get the correct carburetor kit. It's easy to sell you a kit for 65 Chevy 283, but you know, the likelihood of having the exact carburetor that came on the car when it was new is probably pretty low. Anyway, what we need is the carburetor number, the carburetor type and the carburetor number. You get it down to that, and you're insured of getting the right kit. We only have to ship it once, so it makes everybody's life a little easier. So we just do a little bit of homework, and we'll get the kit right the first time. Alright, so what we have here is the Carter one barrel. This is a YFA, and this is a YF. Get them both in there so you can see the difference. The YFA is just a later model of the YF. Now, a lot of folks refer to them both as YF. Why? Because this one, even though it's a YFA, usually has YF printed on the body somewhere. But this is a later model. It usually has more stuff hung onto it because they changed the design, you know, in the early 70s to meet the pollution standards, and so that's why they look a little different. You see the float bowl, how much more rounded it is right here, and the outlets like that down at an angle. And you see your YF is more squared with your inlet going out like that. Some may vary, and this top varies a little bit, but basically that's the difference between a YFA and a YF. And like I say, the YFA is for later models, probably 73 and later, somewhere around there. So now, that being said, first let's go to the YF. The Carter did a pretty good job on these of stamping the carburetor number on the carburetor, and it's right here. So you want to look right here for the carburetor number, and it'll be 3 or 4 numbers. This one happens to be 4 numbers. This is a 4375S. This is probably a late 60s YF or very early 70s. It's one of the later YFs. So it'll have 4 numbers. Some of the early ones, let's say like a 57, 58 Chevy had used a YF, I believe, right in there. It'll have 3 numbers, something like a 983S or 973S. So anyway, there's always an S in the end. The S really doesn't mean anything. Yours may have a SA or an SD. That's simply another iteration of the same carburetor. They tinkered with it and did something different. For the purposes of our kits, don't worry about whether it's SA, SD, or just S. They are equivalent in our eyes anyway. So anyhow, so like I say, it's stamped right here. So that's the YF. You get that number, you put it in our search box, which is always on every page, upper left hand corner. Put it in the search box, click go, and it will come up with the correct YF kit for you. And anyway, so buy that kit, you're insured of having the right kit. So now the YFA. Now it's a little bit different, and that's because sometimes these are referred to as a motorcraft carburetor. That's because Carter made a lot of these for the Ford Motor Company. And when they did that, they generally put a tag on it, and this one says Motorcraft, and the tag is D2PF-FA. Again, if you have this tag, put it in the search box and click go, and it should come up with the correct kit. Also, now if the tag is gone, or you want to use the Carter number, they were pretty good about stamping the Carter number in the same place right here. This is where the throttle body and the float bowl comes together, and this one says 6306S. Or 6306S. Again, that's the Carter number. You put that in the search box and it should come up with the correct kit. The kit for this one will probably include both numbers, to help. We try to do everything we can to help you find the correct kit. So that's the long and short of the YFA and the YF. They're one of the easier carburetors to identify. You just got to know where to look. So hopefully this video will help you out, and we appreciate your business. So thanks for watching this. Bye.